Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing the top 5 win rate decks of mid-November 2023. Will your favorite deck still be at the top of the list? Is your favorite deck Mono White Humans? Stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host and also the fingernails that scrapes the blackboard of your soul, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Filmed before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So today we are taking a look at the top 5 win rate decks of mid-November 2023. Where do I get this from? I get it from Untapped GG. I went ahead and started messing around with it a little bit. The list I'm using is the top 5 decks for Standard in the current meta. Now, the caveat to that is the meta started yesterday. So I've only got about 20, maybe 30 hours worth of actual stats in here. But the reason why I picked it is because the results were interesting. And what do we care about? We care about the current meta. What's going on right now? So yeah, it's probably not the most, how do I put it this way, is that, yeah, the list was practically the exact same as last month. But we did see one deck drop off and another deck come out of nowhere to be in the top 5. So surprise, surprise, surprise. So that's what's going to make this a particularly interesting deck. Will Mono White Humans be number 1? Of course it'll be. Will Azorius Soldiers be somewhere in the mix? Of course it will be. But, there's 3 other decks. There's something to take a look at. Is there something that actually includes cards from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan? Yes! Wow, that is amazing. Amazing. All right, so before we go and decide to see what the number 5 is deck for us, we're going to say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxrel, who dwells within the dark chambers of our hearts, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. And now here it is for the month of November, number 5. Against EDH Dino. Or is it EDH Dino? Elder Dragon Highlander Dino? That sounds right. Keep! We got 2 mana. That's more than enough to kill everybody with this deck. I will kill you. What can you do with that single mana? Nothing. Alright, 19 more turns to go. We got this thing won. Where's your pet? You gonna counter it? There you go, Sir Mix-a-Lot. All in for 2! 9 more turns to go. It's amazing how he just dropped from 19 to 9. I still only have 2 mana, huh? Let's start off with this guy. You gonna force me to counter it? In your face! Yeah, 3rd mana sounds like fun. What are you gonna do with no mana to play? You're gonna throw cards away, that's what you're gonna do. Alright, down 10. What's that guy got? A ward 2? Let's just go all out. In your face! Don't make me do math. I don't want to do it. Yeah, lightning strikes. That sounds like fun. Alright, it's down to 3, and I got 3 in my hand. I got another 3 right behind it. I don't think he's got a lot of life gain in what he's got going on there. You got a counter for that? And we win! Boom, boom! Goes the room. Alright, so here we are with number 5 this month, Mono Red Aggro. And this is generally my favorite deck, right? This is my favorite deck. From month to month to month, if I had to pick something that I think is the best win rate deck, I always feel like Mono Red Aggro is it, man. It's just so fast, so aggressive, and what can people really do about that? Well, what they can usually do is, you know, wipe the board, kill all your creatures, keep everything you put out, they just kill it straight off. Mono Black's got a way to take things out. I don't know about Mono White. Green usually can't do anything about it. Anybody that has a least bit of slowness to it is just going to totally get wasted. This, to me, I think is probably the best deck out there. Yet, time and time again, it ends up being 5th on the list. Numbers 1 through 4 are usually taken up by a slightly revolving list of other decks. That's stats for you. It's not the way it feels, it's just the way that it is. So anyways, what's great about this deck? It is so fast. And then you just are pinging away a little bit at a time, but over the course of like 4 turns, it's usually getting you to 20. People try to throw things in the way. They try to control your game, but you are just too fast for them. Everything in here pretty much has haste. You're just doing pings of damage here, pings of damage there. You're shooting them in the face because even like all of the creature damage you got isn't just for creature, it's any target. So yeah, that's it. It's so hard to hold against this particular red wave. Anyways, Mono Red Aggro, number 5 for November. All right, we're playing against Mac B 1982. All right, 2 mana. Let's go for it. Keep. Nothing for 1. Spirited Companions are our way. Let's shut off that tree, though. It gets a little whiny. That was probably a wrong move. I just like getting him out so you can grow. It's a big red rock right there. I'm not familiar with that. All right, here we go. Spirited Companion, totally different. And a mana. That seems kind of bitter for almost no purpose whatsoever. He got rid of my pain land? I kind of want to say thanks. Alright, 4. Let's put out a little Calyx action. And let's go for the Generous Visitor. I think I did that in the wrong order. Just wiping the board. Welcome back, my friend. Have a seat. All right, let's call me a transient. Let's grab another card. And I'm going to hold off just so when he wipes the board again, I don't have to lose yet another enchantment. What did I say? Let's Calyx this guy. There you go. Have a good time. That'll keep you above getting, you know, shot as a poor boy. Well, I got what? One more creature. Of course, our poor Kami can come back again and again, as it does. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. Sure, right there. Have a good time. All right, Mitchko! Power up! Baby cakes. You can block a 4/4. That's not going to do you any good whatsoever. It just drops it from 15 to 14. That's down to 13 now. There you go. You're at 6. All right, you got to wipe the board. Or put out, you pretty much got to wipe the board. Or put out one guy and then kill the Kami. Well, that's step number 1. Yeah, you lost there. Yoink, yoink. And in your face. All right, there we go. Selesnya. Victory. All right, dropping from number 3 to number 4, it's Selesnya Enchantments. Selesnya Enchantments is the inheritor of the Enchantress deck from 1,000 years ago. And it's a good deck. It's a really good deck. My problem with it is that it's too good. It's too good. I just like it. The card I hate the most, Kami of Transience. I hate the fact this thing is so cheap for everything you get out of it, and it just keeps coming back over and over again. It's like, if you could just kill it, I mean, I know you can exile it and it's gone forever, but you got to be packing exiles to be able to get rid of this card. It just keeps coming back, because every time one of your enchantments dies, then it just comes back to your hand. You can play it again for 2. Luckily, it doesn't have haste. Luckily. This whole deck looked like it was kind of going away until Calyx came out, in, whatever it was, 2 sets ago. And that totally revitalized the whole thing again. I'm kind of waiting to see. I haven't taken a look at what the enchantments are in the Selesnya category for the Caverns of Ixalan. Could be something good to be in there. This set's only, we've only been... This particular thing looks like it's from 4, the Caverns of Ixalan. So we haven't seen how things are going to get all pumped up with the latest set. I don't know. Could be. We'll have to see. So anyways, yeah, it's not that expensive. Let's just take a look what we got there. See, because we got Mythic, Rare, rare, rare. Yeah, you know, for a deck like this, I'd say it's midline expensive. You have a lot of mythic rares and rares you have to gather before you can put this kind of thing together. But if you're looking for a super competitive deck, this is definitely a good way to go. It practically plays for itself. It plays itself. Have a good time with it. I personally, like half the time I see these things start to hit the battlefield, a lot of times I just want to give up because I don't want to play against it. So anyways, there we are. Mid-November, number 4, Selesnya Enchantments. All right, playing against Zidane 07. Zidane. Keep. Thalia in an angel deck. Might just do it just so we can pin down whatever sort of shenanigans he wants to get into. Now, like just mono red. Thalia. All right, if you can try to trick me, you should attack and then shoot. You got the mana for that? Good for you. Let's try it again. Gotta wear down those, yeah, he doesn't have it again. No blocks. I'd say we can put out Giada. And, no attacks. We'll use Thalia as a defender. Mono Red's got a big problem with its defensive capabilities, and Thalia can rip that apart. All right, we've got 5 mana. Let's lay down some smack. All right, he's down to 16. We got life gain 4/5. He's not going to like it too much. I could just even let him come through. It almost wouldn't matter. Yeah, there we go. In your face, Mono Red. In your face! Alright, so here we are with number 3 this month. Mono White Angels. Out of nowhere! Mono White Angels. Oh, it makes me so good. Because right after Mono Red, I love a good Angel deck. Man, when we were playing with the Viking set, I can never remember its name. It always has a K in it. Oldheim. Yeah, I love the Angels that came from that. I really appreciate the fact that that this one came back, and we have a decent deck floating around with some Angels right now. I mean, we haven't seen good play with Voice of the Blessed for a while, so this is really a mono white Angels life gain deck at that. Between what Archangel of Wrath does, Inspiring Overseer, and the Steel Seraph, this guy also potentially has some lifelink and pops out some Angel babies as well. All good stuff. So, welcome to the top of the charts there, Mono White Angels. I was going to say, the one thing I really was hoping to see this time was their Splendid Angel being able to pop out a baby. It didn't happen. But the other thing about this deck is it just rips Mono Red apart. The big thing is Mono Red hates more than anything else life gain. Life gain, because You're just pinging people away for like 3 or 4 points at a time. If people can gain 3 or 4 points, there's like nothing you could do. And as you start getting some big butts out there, that's even worse. It's worse because they just don't have what it takes to shoot things down. They have more than 3 for defense. I mean, sure, there's a few 5-pointers out there, but they're few and far in between. You have to get them. You have to draw it as well. So I love this deck. I love seeing it back. It's great having nothing but flyers. It's one of the best evasions out there. Right after, of course, like unblockable. But yeah, White Angel Tribal. Fantastic. All right, so number 3 this month. There you go. Have a good time. All right, we're playing against Moximus. 2 mana, all right. You can dig it. Take a look at this guy. Here, take a look at him again. He's hit the board. All right, looks like the Aviator is our next path forward here. Yeah, man, that guy's a pain in the butt. 2. Technically, he's our bomb, but I don't have anything to bomb with. What's this guy doing? Legendaries or something? Yeah. We'll throw that guy out. Before I got an opportunity. Pump! Yeah, we'll pump that guy up. It's fine. I kind of like him. Oh, I just realized we're at the new set here. I haven't seen this one before. Ooh, I could touch the mushrooms. There's a 4/4. I wonder if there's any secrets here. Doesn't really look like it. Oh, everything you could do just to kill that one guy, huh? Let's keep her alive. This guy's going to be dealing damage, so we just got to pump our defense up high enough to escape it. Yeah, we're cool. Have a good time. I don't want to quite block yet. I bet she has the ability to shoot for 3. Oh, yeah, he was going after Muriel, all right. All right, we're loaded. We got everything we need. Just he needs to, like, kill off the Harbinger is what he needs to do. Keeping my guys alive is high on my list of things to do. Yeah, I don't care. I got lots of life, dude. You're not going to be able to do anything about that. Okay, put out that guy that can't block. Oh, we weren't allowed. In your face, Johnny be good. Victory! All right, here we are. Number 2 for the month was Azorius Soldiers. These guys have been around for quite a long time. Azorius Soldiers is doing really good. The nice thing about Azorius Soldiers is you get a little bit of flying guys in, a little bit of evasion. You know, in comparison to your other soldier-based decks, these guys actually have some air force. And you think that would be enough to propel it into the number 1 slot, yet somehow it is not quite as efficient as some other decks might possibly be. Yeah, the really great guy in this deck is Harbin, the Vanguard Aviator, because if you get 5 other guys out, throw this guy out as number 6, he doesn't even have to be able to attack, but all your other guys will get flying and +1/+1, which means even if they're 1/1s, they'll become 2/2s, which means you're going to be doing 10 points of flying damage. Your opponents, a lot of times, don't really have flying anymore. There's not that much flying going on, but you're doing a minimum of 10 points of flying damage. If you got 5 or 6 guys out, the chances your opponent's going to be at 10 life or less, that's pretty strong. These guys are cheap. They're easy to throw out. It's good to go. Muriel, it just pops out babies like crazy. And the other decks are great. What's nice, you got a little bit of control with the Brutal Cathar. And the Wolfing Out's not bad either. So yeah, this has been a strong deck for as long as I've been putting videos out like this, which is almost a year now. It's still holding out in the top, top 1, top 2, maybe top 3 deck of the month. Really good. I would highly recommend you pick one up should you have the means. All right, we are playing against MorbidWarrior. MorbidWarrior. What do you mean, all white? Yeah, that's the way to go, baby. Hopeful initiate. All right, number 2, we'll get out a nice Thalia and all in. All right, I'm thinking we're going to go for a knight. A Knigget. We tap 2 guys, we'll be able to go pull some stuff out of the top of our library. Number 1, number 2. We need 1 more mana to make use of this guy in any real sense. What do you think he's going to pull out? The other knight? The other Knigget? Nope. He knows where the money's at. All right, got some training up. That's good. So everything can do at least 3, which means we're taking out the Peacekeeper if he tries to block. There you go. Suck it down. All right, let's just start flooding the board. All right, so the deal is he can use Scrub to get the Coppercoat Vanguard through, but I don't think he wants to do that. All right, we're going to pump. Totes. There we go. Anybody I'm scared about? Not at all. I'll attack. I'm willing to lose pretty much everybody. Thalia I want to keep, but she'll keep herself alive. I don't care about the recruiting officers. Or the Hopeful Initiate, really. Oh, the devil. And he's only Ward 1. You can do it. I got another one. Alright, he's down to 2. He's got to wipe the board is what he's got to do. Yeah, there you go. Board wipe. I got to take my time rebuilding my board state. He's going to try to play defense on me here. Attacking or blocking. All right, let's go for it. Walk. You have no choice in the matter. Alright, down to 1. We'll get out the Thalia. Hopefully he doesn't just wipe the board again. That would suck. Alright, come on. Suck it. Suck it. That's 3 points he's going to gain out of the deal. 4 points. Just take it in. No math! And we win. First strike. Right down your gullet. Victory! Alright, here we are looking at mono white humans. Number 1 on the list for the 4 billionth time in a row. If you are going to be putting together a deck that you've never put a deck together before, this is the deck you want to copy. This is the most competitive deck out there. It's pretty cheap. Why does this thing win? I mean, I don't know. It seems like mono red should kick this thing's ass all the time. Yet this one is number 1. Maybe it's because everybody doesn't play against mono red. I don't know. You got ossification. You got Brutal Cathar that helps to pin down your opponent's creatures. Thalia makes things, taxes things, make things a little bit more expensive. You got the life gain from the Intrepid Adversary, plus the pump that it has built into it. Skrelv helping to keep your individual creatures alive. Yeah, altogether, this deck's got a nice amount of synergy where everything kind of contributes towards a lot of stuff. Do you think that a nice, mono black deck would do even better if that would be the case? This is cheap. Everything in this is really cheap. I mean, just look at that mana curve up there. I mean, it's all just 2s for the most part. And this guy comes out with just, with Convoke, making him even cheaper. I mean, the most expensive card you're playing is Ian Gonjo and the Cathar and Adeline there at 3. That's pretty much it. It's just because it's so cheap, it gets off fast. But you don't have haste. I don't know. I don't feel it. Yet this deck statistically is and has been the number 1 deck in Magic Standard for like a year now. Ever since the Brothers War came out. But anyways, there you go. Boring result once again. Mono white humans, number 1 on the list. And as you can see, we have the top 5 list for mid-November Standard 2023. And, mono white humans, Azorius Soldiers, Selesnya Stupid Enchantments, and mono red aggro on the list like they usually are. Kind of boring. But the most exciting thing was the fact we got mono white angels. That rocketing out of nowhere is what made this particular version of the list my favorite and the one I wanted to play with here. What I liked about it was the fact that we haven't seen mono white angels in the top 5 for never. I mean, in the last year, not at all. And yet, there we go. It's made it. And it even has an angel from the Lost Caverns. So I completely love the fact that it is showing up. So if you are relatively new to Magic the Gathering and you like playing Standard, because that's where it's at, baby, these are the decks for you. Save up your wild cards, because these are the ones you're going to want to build. Now, they are boring, but they are effective. And once you get a feel for how those things go, then you're going to want to start riffing on them, making some changes, putting your own tweaks on there. Then from there, you start building out in some of the weird and interesting stuff. If you're looking for weird and interesting, stay tuned to this channel. Subscribe if you can, because that's the crap I like to play. All right, thanks for tuning in. And as I always like to say, if you decide to play one of these decks, I hope you have as much fun with one as I do. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.